Done.
I can talk about it, though, right? You can talk about anything you want.
Depends.
I forgot one thing, by the way.
No, your time's up.
Yeah.
You went over.
It's kind of important, but there's nothing I can show. Last year, someone asked about audiobooks. I'm pleased to say that we actually released thank you. We released Embers of War. It's available in audio now. We're doing Fire and Frost, so we're going back and forth. Embers of War is narrated by Trending Sparks. To those of you who played the HPS game, may know him as Victor or something or other. He's the voice of the bad guy, and he also did the entire novel. This is unabridged. This is complete, over 10 hours of battle-type audio goodness. Available now. Go grab it. It's a lot of fun. The reading is tremendous. So, and we hope to have more, assuming this one proves viable, down the road. So, I wanted to push it out. I don't even need to show it because you can't. How do you bring an audio reader? So, thank you.
On your phone.
Are you done?
You play it.
No, because Trent's voice will overshadow all of us. We'll just slink out in shame. Now,
He's a writer, monkey. He's with them. Sure. I can talk right over the top of you. We've been doing it for like a decade. So, all right. So I'll do some quick catalyst business, and then we'll open up for some questions and see where that takes us. How are we doing? We're doing real good. We're doing great. This is 1 hour, right?
We're good.
Yeah. Okay. So, some quick catalyst things. I will first dispense with a public comment regarding a topic that keeps coming up and about the Harmony Gold lawsuit. Okay, we put out a statement. We're good. That's our. Please refer to the statement. We're not going to talk about the lawsuit, not about how it happened, not about what happened, and really not about how it ended, except for to say it did end. We are happy that it's over, and we're very happy that it's over, and we are pretty happy with the way it all turned out. So there's a public statement on that, and that's really the first, middle, and end of everything we're going to say about the lawsuit from now on. So we have just been focused on making good product, and we're going to continue just focusing on making good product. So hopefully that puts that to rest. So if anyone has friends or are thinking about blogging or tweeting about that, we have a statement out there. We're good with it.
Copy paste.
Yeah, we're good. So let's put that aside and talk about some other stuff for Catalyst. We've been working really hard on, as you heard about Dragonfire, we've been working hard on getting a board game section built into Catalyst for about 4 or 5 years, really. And we've had some really good games come out in that time. One of my favorites, Wrath of Dragons. I think it's a great game because you get to actually be a dragon. And then of course the Duke was an early fortunate accident that we got a hold of, and it's been an evergreen title for us. We love that a lot. But really we hadn't quite got that third leg to stand on until we got Dragonfire. And it's just happened to be we got that right at the time when D&D was just coming back full bore. It's just worked out very well for us. So we're extremely happy about that, and it's also helping drive other really good things we can do in both in Balancing and Shadowrun, but also in board gaming. So Dragonfire has given us a lot of avenues to explore. So if you haven't checked it out, you really should, because it's going to be a big part of why Catalyst gets to expand over the next several years. And why we can do some cool things like, try out the Sprawl Ops format, take it and do other Balancing and Shadowrun games and other formats, and card games and dice games and other type of board games that we've done before. It's really been fun. So other things we can do with board games, we'll be looking at doing potentially other titles with Wizards of the Coast. We love D&D. We all up here play and are playing 5e and love D&D. You play 5e? Except for Brent, who's going to look.
Except for Brent.
Yeah, who's a loser.
there's no big stumpy mechs in D&D.
Yeah.
I read the books. Does that count?
A little bit, very little. So anyway, so we're working on some really good board games ideas, and something that these guys forgot to mention, I'm going to go ahead and look forward. The reason why we're excited about that, because there's other things we want to do in both Balancing and Shadowrun, because next year is anniversary. We have the 30th anniversary of Shadowrun. We have the 35th anniversary of Battletech, when it was known as something else, which we cannot talk about, or stormtroopers come in and get mean. But that'll be a 35th and a 30th anniversary next year. So we're looking to do some really good, fun stuff to celebrate a grand total of effectively 65 years of awesomeness. We have been very, very proud to represent these brands as part of the history of these two brands. And we look forward to hopefully celebrating that with all you guys next year at Origins and Gen Con and wherever else we end up. So look forward to that. And what else? Anniversary. What else can I talk about? If I say too much, they start throwing things at me, so I'm really trying to be careful because they really get angry. So some of the things for the anniversary year are really super cool, and I can't talk about them. Yeah.
Just gonna throw it at you, that's all.
Yeah, okay.
We can talk about our new life model program that wears blue shirts.
Or what?
Thomas.
Nah.
I'm gonna have to separate the yellow and blue.
Company stuff, I think that's kind of it. Shows we'll be at for the rest of the year. We're going to be at PAX West, PAX Unplugged, and MechCon. Is that it for this year?
That should be it.
So,
MechCon.
yeah,
You
we're
guys don't have a
not,
presence
No,
of
no,
Dragon
no,
Con,
no.
do you?
No.
They don't like us. So that'll be it for this year. The next year, the usual suspects plus maybe a couple extra ones just for fun. So I think that's all I can think of company-wide that on the top of my head. If there's somebody else comes up with a question, I'll definitely field that. And with that, let's throw this open to some questions and see what you guys really came here to find out.
paid their $2 for.
$2 whole dollars.
$2.
So since the box sets disappeared so quickly, when can the rest of the world and public expect to see them show up in the retail channel?
Who wants that one?
You?
All right.
You won't know.
They're finishing collation assembly, wrapping stuff right now. We got every copy they could finish it for us in time. And those will be, I would say finished, I'm thinking, they said a week, so I'm saying 2. And then,
Rule of 3.
yeah, and then 5 weeks on a boat, and then they're in the warehouse. How long the warehouse takes is always a kind of a iffy, but usually like 1 to 3. So we're talking a couple months, 2.5. I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. As soon as we move out of China, we will, because the reception here was amazing, and we want to get them into retail so everyone can experience them. These are amazingly awesome upgrade to the box sets.
You hear that, internet? Don't pay for them on eBay. Just wait.
They're coming. They are coming. I forgot one other thing that's showing up in the booth. I just got notification when we sat down here. So supposedly, we have fun every year making some fun things for the properties, like the metal dice. You haven't seen the metal dice, those anodized metal aircraft trade aluminum. They're awesome. We've done the Chessex dice. We've done some new lapel pins and keychains for bouncing and shattering this year. A couple things. So we have fun with this. Well, we may have. Yep, there's one. So we may have had some fun by making one that they told me was not going to make the show. A week ago, wasn't going to make the show. I gave up on it. Wasn't going to mention it. And then this week they said it might make the show. I've been waiting every day to find out. Well, it shipped today, priority delivery for 2 pallets of Baltec and Shadowrun energy drinks.
Yeah.
Just what you need on day 2 of Gen Con.
Yes.
And the names of those drinks
They're great little collectible wraps on a nice little flavored energy drink, and one's called a Coolant Flush, and it's got a Battle Mech Tech
Tech readout.
blueprint kind of drawing on it. And it's got that's the blue raspberry, and then because Shadowrunners are just fucking weird, we have.
Dragon piss.
There we go. A wonderful, not so acidic citrus.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Really.
You really missed a chance to give us an Acrosia?
What's that?
Did you really miss a chance to give us an Acrosia?
Up to him.
Dragon Piss, are you serious?
This one.
No, place Cool and Flush.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, so those will be available at the booth on Friday, hopefully before the end of the day, and then all day Saturday, Sunday. We have enough to do a couple shows for a couple shows for probably the next year, and maybe we'll get them into stores if retailers think they would like to bring them into. It was just something kind of fun, and we've never done it before. So and I got to taste test all their different ones, and they're really good. They're really good. They're really good. Why are y'all vibrating? Anyway, so that should be here just in time to either collect to bring home, put on the shelf, or to just get you through the rest of Gen Con.
How much are those?
I do not know. I believe I want to say that they're like pretty much like standard energy drink, like $5 or something. It's not that bad. But for the fact we had to do it like in only 2 pals, I was very, very happy with our price on them.
Do they come in 4 packs?
They don't come in a brand, they can't do branded cases, which made me very, very upset. They come in like, I think, a little sub case of, I want to say 8. But it's made by Boston America, which is a really great company. I've known their product for a long time. I carry it in my stores, and I was really happy to get these. It's going to be fun. So I want to make sure I mentioned that one because I forgot to do so earlier. Because they are going to be here tomorrow. Until now, probably they'll get lost in Indianapolis as well. So anyway, answered your question before. I segued that one. So next question. What's out there? Really? You make us work for this? Come on, guys. That's all right.
Since we're live streamed and since our great adversary has been granted Hijira, can we please go back to our time-honored and proud tradition of beating up the compelling confederation?
No. Next question.
More seriously,
I have a proud and glorious plan for the future of the compelling confederation.
awesome. With the exception of my awesome, which had 2 left legs, the minis in the box are fantastic. Are there any prospects for getting either the remaining new scenes or different types of these new scenes to Ironwind in the not so distant future?
You want me to do that one? I'll have
Am I looking at you?
All right. The answer is no. We are essentially not giving the prime version / variants of those mechs to Ironwind yet. Ironwind in the future will be doing variants of those, but part of the gentleman's agreement we have with them is that they wanted to help us establish the line of plastic box sets within the marketplace. So
Considering the performance today, I think mission accomplished.
I think we're good, but the truth is, as we've often seen, selling out too fast can be a real double-edged sword. And a flash in the pan is not what's going to justify the longevity of a line of box set miniatures product. What we need is, 8 to 18 months worth of solid sales tracking, the ability to show that we can keep it in-store shelves, all the other things that are normal to running a long-term gaming production company. So, are we going to do it? Eventually, yes, they'll absolutely get it. And they certainly have it within their license to do so. As a gentleman's agreement, they are not going to do that, but they are going to do the variants on those as we move forward. And we are continuing to stay in contact with them on a monthly basis to determine the strategies and whatnot. I still work with them to help them plan their annual production schedules, quality control, and everything else. So great relationship with Ironwood Metals. They're fantastic, and they love us. And part of this, just so you all know, they're not just being nice to us. When we produce plastic box sets, they can measurably track the dramatic increases in their metals miniatures. Because Ironwood Metals has always been the premier miniatures line for BattleTech, and the plastic miniatures help to bring in new players, which all end up graduating right into Ironwood Metals. So this is definitely a gentleman's agreement where we both end up on the way back. So there you go.
How many of you are going to Ironwood Metals and grabbing stuff this show? Are Ironwood Metals customers? I like seeing that. They're good guys. They deserve our support. We like them a lot. Another question. Yep.
So how's that book going?
Which one?
The Shadows of whatever it was. I can't remember the name anymore.
You're not supposed to help them.
Thanks.
Oh, yes,
Shadows of
I
Fate.
am.
Actually, so obviously I went on hiatus from writing for a while. Though I kept my hand in by doing some pickup projects here and there. I really miss it. About this time last year, I really got back on a writing kick and did a bunch of anthologies and some other pieces, and just loved it. What's funny is when I spend a lot of my time thinking about BattleTech and Shadowrun and being involved in it, it robs me of that enthusiasm to go and play in that world. Because after the end of the day, I need a break, so I find a break somewhere else. But I do miss the writing. I miss those stories, and so I would like to get back and working on some of those. Maybe with Shadows of Fate. I've also been thinking about maybe picking up that Young Kerensky series I started way back before. There's some really good stories in there that I had planned and never got to tell. And those are still rattling around in my head, which means they still want to come out. So I think
I have a few in mind.
I would like to go back to that. Will I get to? I'm not sure.
How about the rest of the writers? What are they working on?
What are they working on? Blaine, what are you working on?
He's doing Dragon Kiss right now.
What?
So.
What are you working on for us?
I just finished A Wolf's Dragoons novella, untitled, and I am working on a project called Hour of the Hemeh, and it's set in
He means wolf.
and it's it's pretty substantive, so.
Okay.
It's
Jen,
a big
what are you working on for us?
I'm doing the Rogue Academy trilogy. I just turned in the first book called Iron Dawn. The next one, I won't actually start until October because I'm actually doing a Shadowrun novella, a young adult Shadowrun novella in between now and then. And it's the Shadow Bites, the 8-part Shadowrun podcast that I'm going to be doing with My Violent Life. You know all about that because John approved it. And then, so I'm doing that, and then I'm going to start Ghost Hour, which is the second in the Rogue Academy series. Am I allowed to talk about the thing?
Sure, why not?
Are you sure?
Sure, why not?
With me?
That's the easiest I've ever heard of, so go ahead.
Okay, so, all right.
No, wait a minute, which thing are we talking about?
The zeolite stuff?
What?
The zeolite stuff?
Tentacles. Tentacles. Yeah, that one. That
Oh,
one.
God,
Yes.
that one, okay. I'm also a Cuban.
I just realized that they should talk. Wait a minute.
Well, like, so maybe, yeah, are you sure?
I'm also a Cuban nominated editor, and I am in the process of finishing up the secret guide to fighting elder gods, in which I will have new Jonathan Mayberry story, a new Sean McGuire, Gene Koch, and all of that will be. And I don't know when that's supposed to come out.
I'm not sure, but basically it's almost like a YA anthology of fighting Cthulhu in a modern age. So like on the internet or other things that like there could be programs that basically drive you insane or that you could use. It's just I love the concept. I'm actually a big Lovecraftian fan anyway. So when I saw this pitch, I had to have her work for us.
That will be done. The manuscript should be to John by the end of August.
Cool.
After that, it's that part's out of my hand until I keep poking you. But it's definitely no longer do you fight the elder gods in dusty libraries and in basements. You fight them in the raids, in gyms, on the football fields, in the computer lab. Because Cthulhu has moved into the modern age and has a new set of warriors.
Phil, what are you working on for us?
Let's see, I'm working on, I'm not sure what the actual length is going to be, but it's, I'm working on a House Merit Center piece of fiction. The working title is Hunting Season, but I'm not sure, it's work in progress.
It's okay.
So.
All right. And is that all? That's all the novels I think we have in the room, isn't it?
I just had something I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Real quick. So I've been coming to Gen Con now for about 5 years. And Catalyst is always the first booth that I go to because I'm a dice nut. And I usually spend about $600 throughout the day. Some of you may be familiar with my face. Today, first step, Catalyst Game Labs. A little light this year, about $400. Unfortunately, about half an hour after I bought all my stuff, I was checking out from another store, I set my bag down, went around to pay, and in less than 3 minutes, somebody walked off with $400 worth of stuff, including 2 of the box sets. Went to Lost and Found, no luck, went to Catalyst to see if maybe somebody just said, hey, I should go give this to Catalyst and see if somebody dropped it. Of course, that's not going to happen. Very upset, but it's one of those lessons learned. I've been in the military for 20 years. I've got 6 deployments, 3 different combat zones. You deal with stuff, right? Your staff today was so compassionate and did their best to take care of it. You can't give away $400 worth of merchandise, but they did their best to take care of me to the point where I literally teared up.
Thank you.
I don't tear up, okay? It doesn't really happen. But I was humbled today, twice. Once when my stuff got stolen, and again by your staff. So I want you to understand that you have a fan for life. That is.
I appreciate hearing about
simply
that. I have a great team, and I want to thank you both for your service and for your kind words and for my staff. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much. It's always good to hear that they're taking care of our fans like that, and things like that. Would you do me a favor?
Come up after the afterward. I'll connect with you with your information, and I'll make sure we get you everything that you need. I'll get you hooked up, buddy. Absolutely, we got you covered.
I'll come talk to you, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, we actually have a couple. We actually have a lot of people in our booth and in our demo. Just they're all served, and they know what it's like. It's like we all try to hook. We try to hang together. We try to hang together.
And we love when you guys, it's like, you get your breaks from deployment. Okay, I'm back, I got 4 days. Gen Con, I'm like, you guys flew back for this? Wow.
So, excellent. More questions? I thought I saw one working over here. No? Oh, really? All right, I did point.
My question's for John. When is Forever Faithful going to be out? And I think it's a legitimate question.
It is a legitimate question, and actually knowing John, he has a legitimate answer.
Maybe a good answer.
I'll bet it's fictional.
By that Pardo guy? I don't know, man. Let's see, Forever Faithful, soon.
There we go. I like that answer.
Soon.
Okay, I retract my earlier statement.
I forgot to ask, how many Shadowrun players are in the room today? Shadowrun players, readers, Shadowrun fans. And then the Battletech guys. Okay? Battletech, nice representing this year. I like that.
Absolutely.
Dragonfire people. You can raise your hand more than once. I just want to kind of see. I like seeing that too. Other things they didn't just mention that are, that we do that you're, just whatever, Duke or other things, just okay. The non-aligned world stuff. Excellent. How many people actually saw our Kickstarter? Saw the Kickstarter. Sorry, how many people saw the Kickstarter? How many people here are back to Kickstarter? The Sprawl Ops. Okay. It's not bad. I mean, we got great feedback on it. I don't expect everyone who's maybe even seen it, but we got good penetration, and I thought we'd have a couple hands in the room. Real quick, because I have a specialist here, was there a direct Sprawl Ops, any kind of question or comment you wanted to make about the product, the campaign, the really goofy streaming videos that were going on?
You want to brawl it out?
So, anything for that? Anything like that? Jennifer?
I do believe Dylan promised me I'm a little teacup in armor. It's 75,000.
What's that?
Dylan promised to do I'm a little teacup in full armor if you guys hit 75,000. He said it on the stream.
He did? Did he say
We
that?
gotta hold you back.
Did we miss that?
He's now saying that it hadn't hit it that day.
We will show that on
It is
video.
now my life's quest to make that happen.
Yeah, thank you. That's
Everything else is less important.
Never.
This is like the first live stream, so he's now saying, no, if you hit it that day.
No, if he wants his name on that product,
It's either that or he joins the maple syrup challenge that Tommy's doing, so he's got a choice.
So, for those of you who don't know, at the very end of the thing, with about 2 minutes left, 5 minutes left, Thomas made the mistake of, on live streaming, say, come on, someone get us going. Just, if we get this money, we'll all pour a gallon of maple syrup over our heads. And that didn't happen. So then he said, someone get us going. Someone just, get us a $5,000 pledge, and we'll still do the maple syrup bucket thing. So with about 30 seconds to go, I did. And it was on live streaming. It was awesome. He's like, okay, we're about ready. Wait, what just happened? Hold on. And someone goes, we just won $5,000. And Dylan got it. It's like, someone just paid you to pour this. And he's actually going, who did that? Coleman, this is your company. You can't. I can't. Kickstarter, let me.
That's right.
So, I believe sometime Saturday is the plan. We're not sure where. We'll put it out there on an update. So watch the Sprawl Ops update list, so we'll know. Thomas and his crew, somewhere here at Gen Con, will basically be putting a gallon of maple syrup.
We brought 8 liters of maple syrup.
All right, well that's pretty.
Yes,
Yeah, the good stuff. The
It's a
good
shame,
stuff.
because it's really
Because
good.
they said it. I have to make it happen. Now.
Tommy, is it good maple syrup?
It's the stuff that I was given.
Oh.
It's 8 liters of this.
Going
excellent.
Going to a good cause.
We could just forgo the challenge.
No.
And I could give you
go
all
buy
horses.
go buy the crappy, sugary
Hey, you want to bring as much Aunt Jemima as you want. If you all want to bring Aunt Jemima, you can destroy me and the team leader and Dylan.
This is getting far too kinky for my taste.
Yeah. So we're gonna video. We're gonna video.
You're gonna be filming this for the.
We're gonna record that and put that online too, because why not?
Yeah, just check it.
So always be careful what you say around us because we take things way too literal.
Yeah, I knew you'd want this.
This is really good
Intercepted.
stuff.
Uncle Lauren, tell us about My Little Pony Shadowrun.
What's that? All right, yeah, I'll take a run there.
Story about taking things literally.
Oh yeah. And don't tell us what you hate, because we'll just rub that in your face forever.
Yeah, I got
What happens
residual
on your
damage
phone when
that
I
one.
call?
What's that?
What happens on your phone when I call?
Oh yeah, I got him hugging his chromed out My Little Pony Brony guy. Because Jason said he didn't like Brony, so
I
that's why-
didn't say I don't like bronies. I don't like the word brony.
There we
I
go.
hate almost any
So,
word with brony.
Of course,
So you like
Shadow
bronies are fine.
5 became Project Brony, and we've got him like his whole little little My Little Pony animal, and it's on my cell phone. Whenever he calls me, I can see him with little Brony, little Brony pal.
Which is what he says whenever I call.
Yeah.
Another question.
So thanks for getting Shattered Fortress out. We appreciate seeing
You
some
are
actual
welcome.
progress.
My team did it. I had very little to do with
Phil
it, but I'll
will be
take
in
all of the
basis
credit.
on that too.
As we know, this is part 1 of 2. When would you like to see part 2 come out?
Oh,
or be
that's
out?
easy. No, not soon. 1 year from now.
Okay.
Absolutely. And for those of you that know, when I stepped in, part of the working with it was working directly with all of our demo agents and whatnot, and we are already planning for the player events for next year. We want them to be absolutely over the top and way better than you've ever seen before. So, and not just in an 8-foot tall awesome in the booth, but just, no, seriously, it's the player events next year. I want all of you guys to go through it, to roll dice, to blow stuff up. I want you all to feel the fortress coming down, the battle's going on, the quest for Terra. I want you to feel it in your bones. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Phil write the whole thing.
And should we expect to see any new product between now and next year, or?
Oh, mean.
No, I liked it.
Do I expect to see any new product? A whole lot of novels. I expect to see a TRO reprint. The TRO for the Clan Invasion will be going in, so that'll be just like we did the Succession Wars. We'll be doing the next one. The real quest is keeping the introductory product with the 2 box sets and the upcoming map set, and then a follow-up map set, not only out but steadily in stock.
Speaking of map sets, how many of you would like to see Baltic map sets done on neoprene style gamer mats? Would you like that?
Just, yeah.
A pretty good number?
How about if they were larger than the normal size? Say like 4 feet by 6 feet.
Big one, yeah.
We got more hands.
You might see, if you watch the glass display case, you may see a map show up out in there that's a sample I got from a source, and it's double-sided, thin double-sided neoprene gamer mat. It's pretty awesome, actually. And that's just a sample of what they can do. The color is beautiful. I think the color is beautiful. So I'll bring it tomorrow. So you might check the display case tomorrow or Saturday morning. I'll make sure I get I have 3, I might get one of them in there for you guys to take a look at. But if you like that idea, I'd like to get these out there as an alternate. We'll do a map set too, a map pack too, I'm sure. But doing those kind of player maps would be fun. And we've got about 5 minutes left, so I saw a question right back there.
Yeah, can we expect to see the new art for the Unseen showing up in a future TRO maybe? Because they were missing from the Succession Wars.
That is a fair question.
We don't know. I mean, honestly,
Give me time on that one.
So this goes back to see our previous statement that we posted online. The four ramifications of that is still kind of unknown at this time. We're assessing, we're looking at it. There's obviously, we love these mechs in all their different designs and art, and what we might do with them still, I'm sure we'll do more with them, but we'll be doing it in measured paces. So unfortunately, we can't answer that question at this time because we really aren't sure ourselves. Yeah.
And following up on that, what about the ones that are definitively safe, namely the Osmex and the quads?
Yes, those are in the works and in the plans. The trick is making sure that we tie them directly with a new product. And as many of us know, a lot of the ancillary Battletech product, the sales weren't great, the mix wasn't quite right. We're doing some restructuring on what the support products should look like, because we don't want things to be overpriced just to get them in print. Quite often, print may not be the best way to deliver those, maybe electronic only, maybe combining other things. We are literally redesigning the whole Battletech product line from the bottom up. So yes, that content will go out. How and when, I'm not exactly sure.
Another question to the audience: how many of you actually are picking up like a digital product that we put out online, like the PDF source books or XTROs or whatever?
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. So like you guys are. How many are you enjoying that?
Yeah.
You're enjoying it because of your hands, real quick. You know the online PDF stuff we get out there, because that is a venue that we can get stuff out there that just won't work in print anymore. Faction-related items or items that are a little, edgy or maybe just different kind of like, fun stuff or just out there on the edge stuff. So we want to keep doing that, and right now we've still gotten good feedback on it. I was kind of wondering in the room how is that coming across. That's good to see. I've got time for one last question. We'll do our quick goodbyes. One last question. Going, and right there.
Is there any way to get those PDFs like on like Apple's book market or on Amazon's book market? Because it's like I don't have a computer at home. I just have my iPad, and I can't download directly from your
That's
website.
a very
onto
good
an iPad.
question, and my editor who manages all of our online ebook stuff has heard it, and so I'll ping him about that later and see what it would take to do.
Are you talking about source books?
Yeah.
Source books,
That's not me.
um,
It's not me.
novels.
Yeah, but you're the one
To
developing
get one BNN or
novels and things are on.
All right, guys, we are wrapping up right now, so real quick, final goodbyes. You guys got 15 seconds. Thomas. All right. Finn.
I guess
John.
Bye.
Jason.
Thank you all for playing. We love you.
Brent.
Mad props to Nick Jansma back there and the Sarna.net team, because it still remains the best tool for Battletech.
You guys are awesome. We could not do this without you. Thank you.
Best fans ever.
And thanks for coming to this yearly thing. Hopefully next year we'll have a bigger crowd with some really big anniversary plans to celebrate. Keep an eye on that. And thank you for coming, and go have a good time.
Yay!